Okay, hopefully, hopefully this thing holds. I just bought a new phone um holder thing, and I've purchased several. Like, I don't even know if I have them anymore. Hold on, let me see. Might might not. I don't think I do. So I purchased several car phone holders in the past. I purchased the kind that you clip in the vent, and like it has the brackets and you like put your phone in there, right? And it was good, but like either the phone and the whole holder fell off and like by the pedal, or when I wanted to take just the phone off to, do something, I don't know, the whole thing would come off. So the bracket was a good strength onto the phone, but the clippy onto the vent wasn't very good. And then like it was always in the way of the vent. So then last weekend I bought the magnetic kind where it was another vent clip one because I have a funny dashboard. If you have a Kia Soul, it's a 2016. Like the dashboard isn't like there's not a very flat surface. It's like the radio, the dials for the air conditioner, and it's like a little mini, touch screen because there's a backup camera. So, all that gadget stuff takes up space. So I don't have a spot to put it like right here or something like I've seen in other cars. But yeah, so then I came to Chevron, I think about, yeah, to get gas and coffee. And I was trying to see if they had another one, and I almost missed their phone accessory stand that they had, but I found it, and it's a suction cup. Like it says it's a windshield holder, compact, adjustable, and durable. But I got it at Chevron, and it's 360 spin for the bracket, and the holder mount, it's like curved, so it holds well. So far, so good. Actually, right now, it's not even to the windshield. It's actually to the top part. If you have a Kia Soul, again, there's like in the center, like dashboard area, there's like the vents, the middle vents. There's two, and then above that, there's like this flat round disc thing, and it's for decoration, but I'm using it to hold the windshield holder because I don't really want to put it on the window. So yeah, I'm using it for that. Oh, hold on. Trying to see if my phone's charging while I'm doing this, but I mean it might not even charge that well because I'm recording. This might take up battery, but let me park over here really quick and so I can adjust things. I've never done a live video for Postmates, right? Like on shift or on duty. Shirts off. I'm wearing some like baggy shirt today. I usually wear just like regular shirts. I don't even know if I'm on. Oh, I'm not on there right now. Okay. Sorry, I did something funky. But let me think. Let me turn these off. I'm blind people. Anywho. Yeah, so this phone holder thing is good. I like it so far. It's technically like in the way of like my view a little bit because like it's like rear, the phone thingy, and then the vent, so it's like right there in the middle part, so it kind of is in a way, kind of isn't. I could put it off to my left when my phone is charged, because on the left side of like the driver door side, I could put it here, which would be nice because there's a spot right there on the dashboard, and that wouldn't be in the way, I think. But I like it here because the phone charger reaches, and my phone is like 4% right now, so not very wise of myself. It's kind of hot tonight. It's 77. Tomorrow's 4th of July. So I'm trying to get some cash going because I quit my job that I was at, and I know it's not the smartest move, but for like what was happening in my life right now, it's the best move I can do right now. Um, and so I'm a very like optimistic person. So I knew that I had Postmates on like the back burner. Like I was doing it like 3 hours a day, and I was only doing like 2 days a week, really. So I wasn't really doing like full shifts each week, but I was, doing it, and it was really good. So now that like I don't have a 9 to 5 job, I'm doing this more. So this is my third day straight I've done. Um, like, and again, I'm not doing like 8 hours or more shifts. I'm doing like 4 or 6 hours, if that. Um, and it's if like we really need it, like, if I know that, like, because like next week we're gonna go to Disneyland, right? And it's not that I don't have the money for it. It's just I want to make sure that we're good, right? Like I don't want to like spend every penny we have on a trip that we don't really need. But um trips like that I always view as like it's good for like the soul. It's good for like a family memory, family time, and it's just, fun stuff like that. So is that really worth the money? Like for me, yeah. I have the money to spend on it, and I actually have a hookup through a friend that's gonna hook me up with like actually kind of like free tickets to get in. So all I need to worry about is like food and like um little gadgets if we want, and stuff like that. But I'm gonna pack food because I have a toddler and she'll nibble on a bunch of stuff, and then myself and my husband. So I was YouTubing, researching the other day, seeing like if you could bring in food, and a lot of people are saying yes. I went onto Disneyland website as well, and it says yes. I'm probably just gonna call too, just to like triple check, because I'm like a triple checker, and see if it's like for sure. Obviously I'm not gonna bring alcohol or glass bottles. I'm gonna be bringing like ham and cheese sandwiches and granola bars and stuff like that, and water. But I mean, so far it seems like, yeah, you can bring in food. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about that trip. Pretty excited about 4th of July tomorrow. I'm gonna be doing like going out to one of the neighboring cities I live by, and they're doing like a festival thing. So I'm gonna take a little one to that, and it should be fun. And then yeah, so then let's get back onto Postmates. So I don't live in like LA, like downtown LA, right? I live like 25 minutes out of LA, eastward. So I'm close enough to go and like Postmates out there, because you'll get a lot more hits in like the big cities if you do Postmates, or if like you haven't done Postmates. The big cities is going to be a lot where more people are going to be ordering from, So I head out that way. So my favorite spots are Glendale, LA, and Pasadena. Pasadena is like a mini LA, it's pretty big, and I get a lot of hits out there, which I like. I love Pasadena in general. Like that's my ideal place to live for now. So like postmating out there, and like seeing the type of customers and stuff, and like seeing the different like what's out there, like stores, restaurants, and like what type of housing and community is out there. Like I like it. So that's a really good spot. I do get some like West Covina Rosemead hits, but like it's rare, and like if I do, it's like coffee or like some lunches. Like I haven't done like a full, like I've done one full lunch rush, right? Like the lunch hour rush, and it kept me out towards LA, Glendale, and Pasadena area. Like, and then towards the end of that lunch rush, I wound up going down towards Rosemead area. So I mean, I haven't hung out Rosemead area very much for Postmates, but like I know that area because I had a family member that used to live out there when we were young, and we used to hang out there a lot. But yeah, I didn't like the Rosemead area because there's not much out there hitting, but it's not bad. Like I like it because I don't like people in my car that like I don't know, so I'm not too like gun-ho on like Uber and Lyft like driving for. But I think I'm going to talk to more people and do more research And maybe I'll try it. I don't know. Like I'm not sure yet. I'm still kind of like hesitant about joining that group. But what else can I say about Postmates? Yeah, I like it because you'll you get paid even if the person canceled. Like you get paid like a little bit. Um, so like let's say like you get a call and you're like, okay, accept, and you accept the offer, and then you go out there to drive there and you haven't placed the order yet, and they cancel, you get, right now I think it's like 50 cents or something. I don't know if that's just because of my area or is it because of like how often I've used my Postmates account yet, right? Like, is it because I'm still new at the account? Am I still like in the lower bracket of whatever? I don't know. So I would have to like maybe do some more research and see like why it's that. Is that just the base amount that they do? You know, like either way, it's cool for me. I'm fine right with it. And then if you do place the order, regardless, and then you're on your way to deliver to the person and they cancel, you either can keep the food or you can return it. Like if you had to go pick up from like a market, which I've had done. I had to go pick up from a market one time and I had to go deliver to like a high school, and I went to the front office and the secretary girl said like we can't deliver, students can't have deliveries, right? And I offered to leave it at the desk for the student to pick up themselves, like, oh, they paid for it. Like, I'm not trying to cause any trouble for anybody, but she said like, oh, that's school policies. They can't have any outside deliveries at all unless it's a teacher. So that had to get canceled. Anyways, so I was like, okay, well, it was like an apple, water, and a salad or something. And like, I couldn't return the apple because I went back and I was like, oh, like I'm a Postmates worker, like driver, and this person canceled on me and it says I can return it. And they're like, well, you can't really return this. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like the market I went to, I guess their story was funny. I don't know if they believed me. Like, I don't know what their deal was, but like I had to keep everything. And it wasn't that much, right? Like it was just apple, salad bag, and a water. So I drank the water and ate the apple, but I didn't want the salad because I was out driving and it was a salad that there was stuff in it I didn't really like. And so I was just like, great. So I gave that one to my mother-in-law, but like you could do that, right? But like for fast food, I don't know how that works. Like, cause I've had one cancel on fast food and it was coffee and they canceled. And like, okay, so like when they cancel, you have to wait 5 minutes to make sure that they're like for sure or whatever. Like, I don't know how, like what it is, but like the person canceled, like right when I got there, they just canceled. And I was just like, okay. I don't know if they were trying to like trick me or something or what, but yeah. So I had coffee. I was like, okay, I'll drink the coffee. But then I had one where like I got to their house after picking up the food, and I called them to say hi, your Postmates driver's here. Where do you want me to meet you, kind of thing. And they didn't answer the call. I texted them like 4 or 5 times. I try to text them 3 to 4 times, and like on the app it'll say customer not responding or something, and then it'll go on to this 5-minute timer saying like, we'll give the customer 5 minutes to respond and then we'll cancel the order, like allow you to cancel, but make sure to try to contact the person. So like I called 3 times and I text like 3 or 4 times, but like good advice is like do your best to contact them, because like this person did order this food. You don't know if this person's like disabled or handicapped, right? Like I've had one where like a lady like was in a wheelchair and she couldn't come like down from her apartment, right? So like her caregiver wasn't there, and so I was like calling her, and then finally she picked up and I was like, oh, this is the situation. So like that moment, okay, that's fine. But like then there's the moment where like they didn't even answer. I replied to them like 3-4 times. I triple checked the address to make sure that like my GPS was taking me to the right spot. Just always try your best to get in contact with the person. That way it does like show like you did everything you possibly could to help this person get their food or get their delivery of whatever it is. But yeah, I gotta keep that one. It was like a smoothie drink, and it was like, and It was one of those like energy boosting protein drinks. So it was a weird one. But yeah, like overall, like let's see, like overall, like for money, it's actually really good because you always get a base $4. And again, I don't know if that's because of my area or is it because of my status or is that just because of like your base, right? I'm pretty sure it's just your base. Like no matter what, like anybody's order, like even if they order like one item of something, you'll get $4 paid, right? And then you'll always have the open option of being tipped. So what I like to do to give like a 5-star experience, make sure that they have napkins. I try to, even if I don't have my Postmates bag with me, like I don't have it with me today, I try to always get a bag from the store, like fast food. I always try to get like a market, like Vaughn's or Ralph's or whatever. Like I'll pay the extra 10 cents out of my pocket to get a bag, so they can have a nice bag, not just handing them like a, whatever. I always make sure that they have fork, spoon, knife, napkins, straws, and then I like, because I don't know, sometimes they don't specify in the notes of their order whether they want like ketchup, barbecue, ranch, like extra sauce. So like when I go, I always ask them, can I get 2 of each sauce? And I know that sounds like crazy, but when you're ordering, sometimes you forget, right? Like I know sometimes when I go to some place and order myself food, I forget to even ask for ketchup or ranch for my stuff. Like, and then I get home and I'm like, eating, and I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot to get my own ketchup. So I always try to remember, like, order one of each sauces. Like McDonald's, I always order like, and I was like, can I get one of each sauce? And they're like, one of each. I'm like, 1 or 2. Like I don't care. Like give me 1 or 2, and like 90% of the time they don't charge you because you're a customer to this certain establishment, Jack in the Box, McDonald's, whatever. Like you're a customer, so they're going to want to make you have a 5-star experience, and then they don't know that you are working for a customer and you're trying to give them a 5-star experience. So in the end, everyone's trying to make everyone happy, so no one's going to really fuss with you. I've only had one establishment to fuss with me, and they gave me they're like, well, we only could give you like one of each of 3 sauces, and I'm like, okay, I'll pick it. I try to pick like ketchup, ranch, and mustard or something. Like you could tell, like top, salsa or whatever, from that establishment. So I was trying to do that. Or like if I go to one of those stands that like you have to walk up and order, I always go and like pick out like extra salt, extra, chili, extra, whatever. And even if the person doesn't request it, I always try to do that. Sometimes like if I go to like a smoothie bar, like they're not smoothie bars. I don't know if they're what they're really called, but like I can't even think of like the name brand titles right now, but like pretty much you could walk in and order like a custom made smoothie or whatever, or like acai bowl place, right? Like a yogurt kind of thing. I try to find like their business card, and I ask them if they have like a rewards program for like customers, right? So like, some places like you'll get like 5 stamps and then you get like the 6 purchase free or something. So like I'll ask for like stuff like that. Like, do you have like a stamp card, or you guys have like a sign up and get 10% off your next purchase card or anything? Like I try to give them like the coupons and stuff, and then I always put that in the bag with it too. And then when I get to the customer, I always tell them like, oh, by the way, I got you this, or I got you extra ketchup and napkins. And then I always try to give them like a drink carrier if the establishment has them. I have forgotten a few times, and the customer is always just like, oh, thank you for just bringing it on time. And then I always try to get there like ASAP, because a lot of times when you're doing like lunch or breakfast hour, the people are at work or going to work, so they're trying to order to save themselves time. So you're going to want to like hurry your butt up to get to them so they're not late for work or wherever their appointment is. That's what I'm thinking, like, oh, this person's got to go, and they need their food so their day can, start. So a lot of times I do hustle a lot because I don't want them to say, like, oh, this person like took forever with my food and it was cold, or, I don't even really want it anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you just don't want a bad experience. You always want to give the 5-star experience. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and head out now, and then maybe I'll do another video today giving some stories of what happened. But I'm in West Covina right now, filling up, and now I'm gonna head out to Pasadena, wait it out for a little bit, see what catches, see what doesn't, and then if not, I'll just head home and see what else I can do. All right, guys, hope everyone has a good night and safe 4th of July tomorrow.